Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards and welcome to Friday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Peru. The presidents of Peru and Ecuador pledged to join efforts to fight transnational organized crime and also discussed new possibilities for oil processing, Peruvian Dina Bolart said on Thursday. Bolart made the remarks in Lima after meeting with her Ecuadorian counterpart, Daniel Noboa, in which the two signed a joint declaration between the Latin American countries. Quote, "We have managed to define commitments with collaborative approaches to confront transnational organized crime," end of quote, Bollard said, specifying that her and Noboa had talked about cooperation on migration and illegal mining. On oil integration, the leaders addressed, quote, "the possibility of addressing Ecuadorian oil in the Tal Ara refinery," end of quote, said Bollard, without further details in a speech accompanied by Noboa. The Tal Ara refinery belongs to state-run Peru, Peru's cash-strapped oil firm that is struggling under multi-million debts and has little liquidity to maintain its operations. While in Brazil, Brazilian federal police on Thursday formally accused former President Jair Bolsonaro of embezzlement for allegedly misappropriating jewelry he received while head of state, including luxury items given by Saudi Arabian government. Two police sources said, "This is the second time police have formally accused Bolsonaro of a crime. He was charged in March with forging his COVID-19 vaccine records. The jewelry, some of it made by Chopard of Switzerland, was valued at $3.2 million and included a diamond necklace, ring, watch, and earrings given to Bolsonaro and former First Lady Michelle Bolsonaro by the Saudi government. Some of the jewelry was seized by customs officials at Sao Paulo's International Airport in October 2021 when it was found in the backpack of a government aide returning from Riyadh." The police accused Bolsonaro of money laundering, criminal association, and embezzlement, according to one of the sources. In an investigation authorized by Supreme Court Justice Minister Alexandria de Moraes, police last searched the homes of military officers who allegedly helped Bolsonaro sell some of the jewelry in the United States. At the time, Justice Moraes said the items had been sold and the sale had not been declared. News website G1 reported earlier on Thursday that police had formally accused Bolsonaro. Brazil's prosecutor general can now choose whether to charge Bolsonaro based on police accusations. Later, the former president could be indicted if a judge accepts these potential charges. Now for some international news. Hurricane Beryl took aim at some of Mexico's top tourist resorts on Thursday after churning past the Cayman Islands and belting Jamaica with winds that tore apart buildings and uprooted trees. Beryl, now at Category 2 strength, has left behind a deadly trail of destruction across several smaller Caribbean islands over the past few days. It had crossed over the Cayman Islands and was on a path to strike the Mexican beach tourists of Tulum on the Yucatan Peninsula's eastern coast on Thursday or early on Friday. Cancun's international airport was packed with tourists hoping to catch the last flights out. Around 100 flights were cancelled, the state's governor said on social media. The unusually fierce early hurricane was located about 200 miles, 322 kilometers west of Grand Cayman, the largest of the three islands that make up the British territory. According to the U.S. National Hurricane Center, Caymanian officials issued the all clear on Thursday after the storm spared them the worst. Quote, "We had ever confidence that the Lord would hear our prayer, and I am absolutely delighted to say that He has delivered us yet another time," end of quote, Premier Juliana O'Connor Connolly said on Thursday. Caribbean islands further east were less fortunate. Authorities say at least 11 people died, a number that could rise especially as communications are restored on islands devastated by extensive flooding and powerful winds. Beryl Center skirted Jamaica's southern coast, pummeling communities as a powerful Category 4 storm on the 5-step Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale before weakening slightly later on Thursday. There were 2 deaths in Jamaica related to the storm, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said in an interview on CBC on Thursday. Still, most Jamaicans were, quote, giving thanks, end of quote, Holness said, after having escaped the worst. The storm's winds are expected to slow further over the next day or two, but will likely remain at hurricane strength until it approaches Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Beryl's maximum winds had dipped to 110 miles per hour, and it was forecasted on 4 to 6 inches, 10 to 15 centimeters of rain on Mexico's Yucatan late Thursday and into Friday, with as much as 10 inches in some places, the NHC said. In Venezuela, at least 3 people had died and another 4 were listed as missing. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has forecast a large number of major hurricanes in what it has predicted will be an extraordinary storm season this year. The season runs from the start of June to the end of November. Beryl's destructive power coming so early in the hurricane season underscores the consequences of warmer Atlantic Ocean. Scientists say human-caused climate change is fueling extreme weather. Thank you for watching and do have a great weekend.